what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany, back better, another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is, I know what it is. We both know I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping. We doing a Dougie bow, our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, y'all, so in this video, we are getting into Nugg and Mel, baby. So apparently, allegedly, word around the curve is that Nugg was handling business when it came to Mel. She said, you know, this time I'm ready. I'm not going to lie to the internet. This go around, I'm going to actually put BTA. BTA equals belt to ass. So as y'all know, on the next episode, I believe that's when Mel and Nugg get that. Or the episode after that. But regardless, Mel is coming in and her and Nugg gonna fight or whatever. So like I said, apparently, word on the curve is that Nugg redeemed herself. She did that. Mel did not come in fighting how she normally does. Like, for whatever reason, she just wasn't giving big room. Okay, now this is my theory before I let y'all listen to the audios and stuff. My theory is I believe that Mel had just got off of Baddies. And obviously, we know on Baddies, you know, she didn't do her best. She didn't do that great. Her and Ivory got to fight, and Ivory took that W. So, I feel as though once Ivory took that W and, you know, she kind of knew, like, hey, she didn't do great on Baddies. She knew, like, you know, she didn't do her big one. She went to Young and Reckless and kind of was just, like, trying to redeem herself. But she was overwhelmed with, like, what could happen. Like, what we would say. You know, stuff like that. I think it was more so that, like, that was heavy on her mind. And obviously, you know, everybody wants to be on Baddies. Like, that's the next best thing is to be on Baddies instead of, you know, consistently just staying on Now That's TV. Baddies pays more money. So I think, you know, she thought maybe she messed up her opportunity to be on Baddies. You know, all this, all that. So I think she probably just had a lot on her mind. So when she was fighting, she wasn't giving it her all, or she wasn't really necessarily at her best because her mind was somewhere else.
By Nugg, and I'm not lying. Y'all gonna see. I'm just let y'all. Nugg definitely redeemed herself from the reunion. She definitely redeemed herself. Nugg definitely redeemed herself. Like, I was proud of her. Swear to God. Sang her out. Lauren even told y'all that. She even said that. Y'all not gonna like her no more when she fight Mel. She gave Mel exactly what she was looking for. I ain't gonna lie, and I was disappointed in her. I was really mad that she, like, I was mad she didn't come in the house fighting how she fight on TV. Like, she wasn't fighting them how she fought previously.
At me. Bitch, I was disappointed that you ran none of the phase when you got into it with any and one of the bitches. End of the day, bitch, you be running. Who's running? I'm not running. I don't run from hoes. I'm not a runner, bitch. If the price right, and a bitch, what the fuck you talking about? My son, I'm getting down. I don't give no fuck about none of that shit you talking about, huh? Now, whooped is this that's delusional, bitch. She got up there. You could say that. You could say that. But whooped is crazy, bitch. At the end of the day, you can't nothing redeem your bitch ass from when you got fucked up at the reunion. On my soul.
After Mel said what she said, Nugg did respond and said, "You done with Now That's TV. They brought you back last episode because of me. Now your only storyline is Nugg's the most hated. Ain't that some ish? And I got an address for you too, because I thought I heard you say we can get it on the streets too." She continues, "And Mel, you popping it on TikTok Live talking about I might have redeemed myself rumbling you season 3, but got beat up at the reunion. LOL. What you forget? Ivory just walked you off of Zeus. You left Now That's TV to get the upper hand and got marked out. You can't come back from that. And that's not the first she got on that end. Once again, you pulled my hair. No real, no hits connected. No black eyes. No busted lips. No blah, 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 blah. So, you couldn't have done too much. We gonna see who won, and that's that. Stop acting like you bigger than the program when you ain't got one. After the Rumble, you went in your room and said you ain't like how it turned out. Keep it a stack, and I'll run it with you again. Ain't nothing, baby. All I got to say is that this is Kennedy's fault. And it's her fault because Kennedy was out here being messy. Putting her nose in something that ain't got nothing to do with her, but telling Lauren that she don't want to fade her. Honestly, we're going to see how the fade go. You know, regardless of the fact, I'm just happy that they got that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they got that. And maybe Nugg this time did keep up. You just never know. But we're going to see what it's hitting on, what it's talking about this week. So, you know, we ain't got that much time. But I will say this to Nugg. Nugg been on them panels hard. She been on them panels so hard, like, oh, I ain't got no problem with Lexi. I ain't got no problem with Mel. You know, we had a problem because they got mad because I was cool with Ivory. They got mad because I was cool with Ivory. Mel ain't like me because I was cool with Ivory. But you see how, as you're arguing with her, keep it a bean, keep it a stack, as you would say. You then bring up Ivory. Regardless of if she got walked down on Alice TV or not, you could have easily said, you got walked down on Alice TV. Like, you got walked down on Zeus or whatever. Like, you can't talk about nobody keeping up. Like, you just got beat up not too long ago. You know, it's the way you say something without saying it. I feel as though, you know y'all have an issue because you got cool with Ivory. But then you add Ivory to it, saying like, girl, oh, you saying this and that, but you just got beat up by Ivory. Like, regardless, you shouldn't have added Ivory's name into it, in my opinion. Because that was the reason they didn't care for you in the first place. Because it seemed like you was all up Ivory's ass. And now it seems like your head is back up there. Like, no shade, but this is what they talk about. Like, soon as you get in the hot seat, soon as bitch say that, you know, you ain't really beat her up, you just kept up. You should just kept it at you, in my opinion, instead of making it about Ivory or being like, oh, well, the last time you was on TV, this is what it is, da-da-da. And you can definitely tell that it's Nugg's redemption season, very much so. She is getting out there, she is getting the field. And I hate when she says she most hated, though. Because, like, girl, be for real. Ain't nobody sting you like that. And it's definitely never giving most hated. It's giving, like, most bothered, most annoyed, you know. But it never gave most hated. I don't feel like nobody just be checking for Nugs like that to say, like, most hated. Like, I don't really see that in your deck of cards. Yeah, people don't care for you. People don't like your actions. People do think you're a follower, but most hated, it's a scratch. It's definitely a scratch. But again, like Autumn said, we're just gonna see. The episode comes out this week, so we'll see if they get that. We'll see if they got up in there, you know. And two angles do matter. You will swear in your mind, ooh, she tore, and she did not tear Sway. I promise you, it really is all about the angles. Depending on what angle they show, you know, who hits. Then it'll be like, oh, you really can't fight like that, or she kept up with you. So it just depends on really what angle we see as well. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all next one. Bye.